They built a gate across the only route to my property, so I bought their access road. I inherited my uncle's property in 2018, 28 acres of wooded land with a small cabin, a creek, and a long gravel driveway that connects to Old Mill Road. That road is the only way in or out. It's narrow, unpaved, and it cuts through what is now the Crestview Hills HOA development. When my uncle bought the land back in 1983, Old Mill Road was county maintained, public access, but in the 90s, the county gave it up during budget cuts, and the road became private. Crestview Hills took ownership and maintained it for their residents. My uncle had an informal agreement. He could use the road, they kept it up, and everyone was happy. I kept that arrangement when I inherited the place. For 2 years, no one complained. I visited twice a month, paid my taxes, and never caused trouble. Then the HOA board changed. A man named Craig became president, former military, obsessed with rules. Within 3 months, he installed speed bumps, repaved the road, and put up a massive steel gate with a card reader and camera. I didn't get a card. When I called Craig, he told me the gate was for residents only. I reminded him I needed access to reach my property. He said I wasn't a resident. The only option was to apply for guest access, which required a background check, a $50 annual fee, and board approval. I told him no. He told me that was my problem, and he hung up. The next weekend, I tried driving out to the cabin. The gate was shut. I called the posted access number. No answer. After 40 minutes, a resident finally let me through. He whispered that Craig had told everyone not to give me the code. That Monday, I called a lawyer. We dug through records, county maps, maintenance logs, old plats, and we found gold. Old Mill Road wasn't fully owned by the HOA. A quarter-mile section, the part nearest the county highway, sat on an easement. And that easement belonged to the original landowners. My uncle had sold most of his land to developers, but kept a strip along the road for access. When he died, the easement passed to me. So technically, the HOA had been paving and gating a piece of road they didn't own. Worse, they were blocking me from my own property. My lawyer sent Craig a cease and desist letter. Remove the gate from my section or face a lawsuit. Craig fired back with a claim of adverse possession, but he was wrong. You can't claim adverse possession over an easement when the rightful owner asserts their rights. The judge agreed. The gate had to come down within 30 days, but I didn't stop there. I filed for damages, and I told the HOA that from now on, their use of my easement required a formal agreement. Craig screamed that I was holding the whole neighborhood hostage, but without my strip of road, the only other route into Crestview Hills was a 4-mile detour. We settled. The HOA paid $19,000 in damages and signed a lease, $500 a month to use my easement, with yearly increases tied to inflation. Craig tried to paint me as greedy, but the residents did the math. Fighting me in court would cost far more, and losing would wreck their property values. 6 months later, Craig was voted out. The new board president called to apologize, but I didn't lower the rent. Now every month I cash a check from the same HOA that once locked me out of my own land. If you enjoy stories of HOA boards, learning expensive lessons, hit that like button and subscribe.